Welcome to the Onion Buns. So for this week's gaming video, I'm going to delve a little bit more into Exodus. We're going to meet some of the devs and head of the devs. They do, on their website, they do a Q&A videos. So I'm going to show you one of those and show you some conceptual screenshots. Some of the screenshots are, as I've said in the last video, some of the screenshots are very Mass Effect inspired, or at least they are to me. When I look at them, I think of Mass Effect, but it's still, it's fantastic. And so anyway, let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with the Founders Q&A from April of 2024.
Hi, my name is James Olin, and I am the studio head for Archetype Entertainment and one of its founders.
Hi, I'm Chad Robertson. I'm the general manager and one of the founders of Archetype Entertainment. Yeah, companions are a huge part of Exodus. We understand how important they are to players. They're super important to us. We've got an amazing, diverse cast of companions that we've put together. I would love to reveal a bunch of them today, but so far we've only revealed one, and that's Elise. She was revealed to all of you on Valentine's Day back in February. I hope you like her. She's representative of the kind of diversity we have in the game, including some non-human companions that are going to come your way over time. So non-human playable character, great question. The answer is not trivial. It's actually a bit of yes and no. We're super excited about some of the things that you're going to be able to do as a player, but because of that, we're not going to reveal all the details for a little while ahead of us.
So as it's my understanding, and I'm learning this as I'm going along, just like you guys, so it's very possible that I'm wrong on this, but as my understanding at this moment in time regarding companions is because of the time dilation, which they will talk about in future videos, but because of the time dilation going through the gates, it's a day or two to you, but it's like 20 to 50 years to the people you leave behind. So what makes this game really interesting to me is the fact that you go through the gate and you can only take a couple of companions with you. So all your other companions that you've gathered, they age out. Oh, maybe, or if they're human, they age out. Maybe the aliens live longer. I don't know that far ahead, but they age out. So if you want to save these companions, you're going to have to take them with you, which means you're going to have to leave someone else behind. And that creates a real interesting dilemma to me. And it's not really a dilemma. I see, when I look at it, I see replayability, lots and lots of replayability, because, well, it's like Mass Effect 1 where you have to decide, do you kill Rex or not? Do you sacrifice Ashley or Kaidan? So you want to replay where, okay, maybe you killed Rex in this game, you don't kill Rex in the next game. Maybe you sacrificed Kaidan and you kept Ashley, so in the next game you keep Kaidan and you sacrifice Ashley. So there's a lot of replayability, and that's what the time dilation sounds like to me, is like you will have to make these moral choices, and then you're going to have replayability because, well, maybe I want to see that character do better and not age out. So I'm really quite excited about this.
In the universe of Exodus, when talking about aliens are, usually refer to an alien as something that evolved on a planet other than Earth. Now, everything in the universe of Exodus has a terrestrial origin. However, they've evolved over tens of thousands of years, so some of them have evolved into incredibly strange, wondrous, and weird creatures that are often much weirder than the classic aliens you might see in other science fiction franchises. It also includes things such as the awakened, intelligent animals from Earth. There are all kinds of cool stuff that you're going to be able to run across, interact with, and, well, obviously fight as well. So, yeah, there's a huge diversity of species other than just celestials. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about the different classifications of them right now, but that information will be coming later on.
Okay, the Awakened. How do you describe the Awakened? It's It's they've taken animals like you just saw pigs or bears, or in the last week you saw a trailer of a frog thanking the traveler. These are awakened. They know speech. They can think well above the level of their species. They are intelligent. So they're more human than they are animal, which creates a whole dilemma or paradox really on how do you treat them and how do they view the world. So like again, it's like the time dilation. It really opens up a grand scope of concepts that we really haven't seen in role-playing games. Like the only thing I can think of is an old tabletop role-playing game where you could play a duck, or I don't even remember what the game was called now, but you could play a duck, or you could play different intelligent animals, and that's really the only game I can think of that has touched on this. Maybe somebody else can put in the comment section if they can think of another game that has touched on this material, but I'm drawing a blank on it. So it's a really unique design moving forward.
So when we were first doing concepting on the universe of Exodus, we really wanted to have some great science fiction minds involved in helping us build this universe, and also writing books that could help support the universe, build the backstory. So we made a list of our favorite science fiction authors and put them into tiers of how influential, popular, and how much we like them. And I think there was 4 tiers. Anyways, I was expecting I'd get lucky if I got an author from maybe tier 3. I wasn't dreaming about an author from tier 2 or 1, and Peter Hamilton was in tier 1. And when I found out that he was actually a possibility, that was very exciting for me. And yeah, we got him, and he helped immensely in helping us create this universe and make it much more believable and also scientifically accurate in a lot of different areas. So it was a big boon for us. I'm a huge fan of his. I've read all of his books, and I've also read his new book set in the universe of Exodus, and holy crap, it's awesome.
I am currently listening to the book. I can't say it's my favorite sci-fi book, but it's good. It's really good. And it's interesting. And that's really a key point for sci-fi, is it's got to be interesting. If it's just your generic fodder, it gets boring really quickly. Like, I was never a Halo fan. I know everybody loved Halo because it was a shooter, but I go into these games for the story more than anything else, and Halo really never grabbed me, so the story of this is grabbing me. And I got to admit, when it comes to authors, the person that's got me really excited for this game is Drew Capshire. That's no offense meant at Peter, none whatsoever. Just Drew Capshire is one of my favorite authors, and he is the head writer for the game. And for those of you that recognize the name but can't place it, he wrote Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. He wrote the Darth Bane trilogy for Star Wars. He wrote Knights of the Old Republic #1. He wrote SWTOR, Star Wars The Old Republic. He was the head writer for that. So and of course he's done so many other things. He's got like 50 or so books out. It's insane. Him and R.A. Salvatore, when it comes to fantasy and sci-fi, for the pocket-sized books, like Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan is still my favorite fantasy series of all time. But those are hardcore. Actually, one second. So this is Wheel of Time, first edition hardcover. You can see it's a big book. Okay, this is my favorite fantasy series of all time. This is Darth Bane, the first book of Darth Bane. You can compare, they're 2 different style of books. These are more, I don't want to say bubblegum, but that's kind of what they are, is you can read these in a setting, whereas this is going to take you a while. So they're both fantasy or sci-fi, but they're different. So you can't really compare the 2. So when it comes to, for lack of a better term, the bubblegum, I love R.A. Salvatore and Drew Capshire. When it comes to the epic fantasy, just the massive War and Peace type of read, I love Robert Jordan. I hope that makes sense to people. I can't really explain it any better than that.
with the passage of decades in Exodus, there's definitely going to be the introduction of new characters in the game, but there's also a core that will be with you throughout the entire journey. That's really important to us because we want to build emotional connections with your companions, your loved ones, and other main characters in the game. And so you're going to see those evolve with you because some of them are going to go on your journeys with you and some will stay home. But ultimately, there's that core that you're going to see again and again and build deep foundational relationships in addition to new ones that you'll see when you come back home and in other aspects of the game. So we're super excited about unveiling that to players.
So that's what I was talking about, the time dilation. You leave companions behind when you go through the gate. So when you come back, they're 50 to 60 years older than, and it's only been a year for you or 2 years for you because of how the gates work. So this is going to create a whole paradox of questions. Who do I take with me? Who do I sacrifice? Because that's basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be sacrificing some of your companions by leaving them behind. And to me, that just means replayability. I play it this way once. Next time I'm making different choices because I want to see how that plays out. And yeah, so I'm super stoked for this game just on that fact alone. You know, it opens up so many doors. It's got my mind spinning with anticipation, honestly.
Exodus has a diverse cast of strange creatures, intelligent, non-intelligent, and as I had said before, all of them have a terrestrial origin. That doesn't mean that all of them, however, are evolved from humans, as some of them will be evolved from what we call awakened animals. Animals whose intelligence has been enhanced, and then over the course of tens of thousands of years, they've changed into creatures that sometimes are in no way do they look like the animals that they evolved from. There will be creatures that are not descended from humans in the game, but they will be descended from terrestrial animals.
Come on, you have to tease one out, man. Just shout it out. They want to know.
Well, I can say that. No, I guess I can't say anything.
I tried. I tried for you, but yeah, he's too good.
So this question is obviously only being asked because of Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk 2077. While Matthew McConaughey's character has not been announced, I don't think he's going to be Johnny Silverhand type of character. He's not going to have that much of an impact in the story. I mean, it's still kind of cool, and he's, from what I've seen, he's a great front man. He gets out there and he gets the crowds really pumped up for the game and everything. So he's doing a fantastic job, but I don't think he's going to be as important to the story as what Keanu Reeves was as Johnny Silverhand to Cyberpunk 2077. I could be wrong on that. That's just my impression from everything I've seen thus far.
I think the coolest thing of this is the number of theories we've seen pop up about how Matthew plays a role in our game is exciting. Ultimately, his usage in the game we think is going to surprise a lot of people in a very exciting way.
Matthew's role in the game is a really important one. Matthew McConaughey's character will have a big presence in the game from the very start until the very end and the epilogue of the game. And he's just doing some amazing work so far, and we love that he's on the team. And I think and there's also a twist with his character, of course, because you know how much we love twists. So, but that's all I'm going to say there.
The only thing I got to add, though, like when we heard some of the first stuff come back from him, I think everybody on the team got chills. It's amazing. We're so thrilled to be able to partner with him.
Yep, agree with that. So what am I most excited about working on this project is just the amazing people that I'm working with and getting to see their work as it comes in. As I said before, Peter Hamilton's novel, when I got to read that, wow, that was just awesome. We have incredible talent within the studio and outside of the studio. There's amazing concept art that's coming in all the time. The writing from the different writers that are working on the project is incredible. I'm just excited about working with these people. Just to give an example of how cool it is, for example, I'll be struggling with a problem with the IP of the game, and I'll just remind myself. I actually have it up on my whiteboard. Ask Peter Hamilton, and so I'll send him an email. I'll say, "Hey Peter, can you just solve this?"
He does do this. He does do this.
Can you come up with an idea for this for me? And he like literally just a few hours later, I'll get this enormously well thought out write up from him on how to on a new technology from the future. Where I'm like, how do you just come up with this shit so fast? And you're just on a different level than the rest of us mortals. Anyways, that's probably my favorite aspect.
All the same things that James said for me. I mean, we've got an amazing team, both internally and externally, that we're just humbled to work with. But the thing I'm probably most excited about is that we've actually got a fun game. I mean, I was just playing it, and can't share too much yet, but it's awesome.
So there you go. That was UNA with the lead with James Olin, obviously. And that's from over a year ago now. So I'm going back into the depths of their vault. And over the next number of weeks, I'll bring more and more up-to-date content as they put it out. So yeah, like I said, I'm really, really excited about this game. And I was really excited for Starfield, and I got really depressed about it, or disappointed, I guess. Better word, not depressed, but disappointed. I'm excited for this because I trust Drew Capshire as a writer. And that's the one aspect of Starfield that Bethesda has always failed at, is its writing. So they have their writer. As I said, I'm listening to the audiobook of the Exodus novel, and it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good and it's interesting. Unfortunately, it's in audible form for me, so I'm going to have to probably listen to it 3 or 4 times before it sinks into this clay rock that I call a brain nowadays. But so there's a little teaser taste of things to come. Regarding Matthew McConaughey, there's a lot of theories out there. I think the one I've seen that makes the most sense to me, and again, I don't know, I'm speculating myself, so don't take this as verified or biblical or anything like that. But the one that makes the most sense to me that I've read is he's going to be playing an AI, like Halo. What's her name? The AI girl in Halo, or the computer in Mass Effect. Now, something that I guess I want to believe this, because one of my big complaints about Mass Effect or Fallout games, or really most games, is all the reading. I don't like reading on the internet or on a computer screen. It hurts my eyes, honestly, if I try for too long now. Hey, I'm old, come on. So if they have him playing an AI reading your entries and everything, like you open up your log and like, what is this? And McConaughey's voice comes back reading it to you. That's fantastic. And if they do that, I will be so freaking happy, because I've been saying that about Mass Effect since day one. It's like, when I open up the codex, I want the computer reading it to me, because that's the technology. That should have been in Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 and the Evil Andromeda. You shouldn't have to read all this stuff. So I love that they have the backstories and all the back information, but I don't want to read it. Now, if they have McConaughey reading it, that'd be excellent. Just absolutely excellent. So anyway, that's my offering of Exodus this week. Hope you found it interesting. I did. If you liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to grow my channel, and a like, subscribe, and share helps me wonders. And don't ever assume I don't appreciate the people that do like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you greatly, and I thank you greatly. If you didn't like the video, leave a dislike. Always feel free to leave a comment. Don't worry, I don't swing my cane too strongly if I dislike your comment. And as for the comments, let me just say, if you have theories or you have questions that you want answered, post them. I will look them up and put them in a future video. If you post them on my YouTube channel, not Facebook, not Messenger, on the YouTube channel under this video, post the questions. I will take the time to look them up and give you a straight answer if I can. So, as always, pew, 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Bye.